EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They go play action with Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
A first carry now. This is Williams. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The Broncos at 3-6 now on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Eight yards to go on second down. Play action. Now Wilson. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Wilson. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. His 9th score on the ground this year and 13th overall. And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Here's Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A Raider first down, Carter Renfrow. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
He got 29 yards that time. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 32-yard line. Carr to throw again. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they can score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Here's Wilson. This to the sideline and incomplete. Nearly intercepted, in fact, but he couldn't hang on. 4th down. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Carr. The open man here, Renfro. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Taking it about the 36. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
35. Four down.
Here's Wilson to throw. He'll drop this down to Williams. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Good job right there. Go.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Now.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down.
We're good.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
93.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Randy Gregory. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Las Vegas sending out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get the...
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Raiders are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Draymond Jones just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
He's got a man complete, and he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro.
Right Monday down.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Carr. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Carr going to throw. He's going to dump that. Oh, Cohen lost the football. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one. And the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
That's complete to his tight end, Waller. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Jet sweep. Carr bats it forward. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Darren Waller. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are an extra point away from evening this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. A try here for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
But I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Zebra.
To throw is Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Continued struggles here in the second quarter, and to me, you can pin a lot of them on an inability to convert 3rd downs. Add that most recent incompletion to the list of examples.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Able to find Walter. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Again, it's Carr. That is caught by Cohen. He'll get it inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Tariq Cohen, as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From the 6. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play. That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
The final shot here before half for Carr. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. On the counter, here's Williams. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 12-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And it'll be intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Heavy. Kill. 734.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. That is caught downfield. It's Waller. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
180. We're good.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a 1st down.
6-18.
Now Carr. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
93.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
93. 93. Kill. 1, later 1, or later 2.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quan Williams. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the curve. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going out.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And quickly into the hands of Waller. Touchdown! 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more.
Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. A good gain on first has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. Here's Wilson to throw. Got a man. It's Judy, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Here's Wilson. And he slings one that's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Wilson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
Now.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Carr. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want...
And he's got Renfro in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very solid gain of 27. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Block that, block that.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And my goodness, another interception. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 15. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
694.
On play action. Now Carr. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll get this to the 32.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Jet sweep. Carr bats it forward. And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. On the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout, and actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours, and they certainly weren't kidding.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Carr going to throw here. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Again, it's Williams. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Run left, run left, run left, run left.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. And I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held him to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Carr going to look to throw. to the goal line, but it's incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
One last shot for Wilson. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game.